It's Curt and Jim live from Musclecat Studios. It's a Monday night. Yeah, we changed the name for the second time. So what? So what? These things happen. We're still figuring this out. It's great to have you here. Thanks for joining us. We've got a new song. We've got a new intro. The same old dudes. It's Curt and Jim. We've got a big night of sport and all sorts of other nonsense, really. But that's what you join us for, I'm sure. We've got Formula One starting this week, and there's some things I don't want to see in the Formula One season this year. We've got an embarrassing Premier League relegation scrap for a team close to my heart. And we asked the question, where the hell is Jim Carrey? Was that him? I don't know. We're going to get into that, and we'll answer that question for you. It's also the return of the Jimbotron, because you wanted it back, but you wanted it improved, and we have improved it. Speaking of the Jimbotron, here's the main man himself, Jimbo. What's going on, dude?
Oh, not too much. Just trying to keep up with all these new bits and bobs running, which is awesome.
It's it's all happening, isn't it? And you've been working on a few things behind the scenes as well, which may come to fruition soon.
That's it. We're trying. Already got some of the boys in the chat.
Hey, the boys.
Wayne Holler saying the production values really stepped up a notch. Must be coming up to Jim's salary review.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Good point, Wayne.
That's it. And then James Guida has said, just here to hear Jim try to say my name.
One from what? I mean,
I know
you can leave now, James. Don't, but you can because he just nailed it. He's got it right.
That's it. I should have said it wrong just to have you stick around.
So the Guidmaster is here. That's good.
Yep.
Wayne Hollis is here.
Yep.
Look,
Liam's in.
Oh, Liam's here. Fantastic. It is a chat show. It's all about the people. That's what we are here for, really. I mean, we've got an agenda of some things we'll talk about, Jimbo, but we want to hear from the people. So get involved in the chat all night. Stir us up. It is also a phone-in show if you would like to phone in. You can do that. So there is a link in the description. You can click that video link. It's a very easy version of Zoom. If you want to talk, you can. If you don't want to, you can just do it all in the chat. But Jim, we do have a fair bit to go through tonight, but there is a big new announcement. There's a lot of things happening at Musclecat Media. Something I've been working on for 2 years has been to get a particular Formula One show to Musclecat Media. I think easily the best Australian Formula One podcast, and by extension, I think it's the best one out there. It's called Box of Neutrals. It's hosted by Rob James and Michael Laminato. They've been doing it for 16 years, Jimbo. They were the original. They were basically the first F1 podcast with all proper production value, and they're pros, they're hilarious, they're good dudes. And Box of Neutrals is finally on Musclecat Media.
They've joined the fold.
They have joined the fold. We've got our Formula One show. It looked like you were going to press like a cheer sound effect there. We should have given one up. I was really excited. I know there's not one on that soundboard, but I was still expecting one. So yeah, that's the first episode of their season. Should be coming out tomorrow or the day after.
Yep.
But also on the Curt Can't Talk channel, the Thursday interview, I've got the boys on this week. We're previewing. We've already done it. It's pre-recorded preview. The whole Formula One season in their unique, hilarious way. So, Box of Neutrals, please, if you're an F1 fan, or even if you're not and you want to get into it, follow along Spotify, Apple, anywhere you get your podcasts. That pod is huge. It's got a very substantial following. So, welcome to all the new
F1's
Musclecats.
just about starting and blowing up, so perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing. Well, we're going to talk about that a bit later. Actually, let's leave that. We'll tease the F1 stuff, Jimbo. But what we do... what we do have, there's a lot of things going on in the world, very serious things. Loyal listener, Big Red, who does write into the Outback QB NFL show from time to time, he messaged me earlier and just said, just wondering, did DJT, Donald J. Trump, consult with you regarding the impact on Musclecat Media before taking out the Supreme Leader of Iran? Big Red, no, he didn't. Bit disappointed. Because the effects have been wide-reaching on Formula One and all other things. Hasn't really affected us much. No. Yeah. I mean, our jokes may bomb every now and then, but that's about as violent as it gets on this show.
Hopefully it doesn't affect the crowd on Thursday because we are out at the F1.
That's right. Ironically, my joke about my jokes bombing went right over your head. So
it bombed.
Whew. Okay, yeah, we are going to the Formula One. That's going to be good. We've
Yep.
got one of those flights that seem great when you're saving on the bottom line, and then
Yep.
as the day approaches and it's a 6:10 departure, you think,
Yep.
what are we doing? But that'll be good. I'll be at your place at what, 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, I don't mind an early flight. I like an early
Yeah,
flight.
it's sort of cozy, in a way,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a long day.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We will be there. Yeah, we're doing the Thursday stuff, we're doing the Friday stuff, and we'll put some content out on our various pages plus YouTube next week, I would say. But stay tuned for Formula One stuff. The other thing we've been talking about, Jimbo, can you just turn my cans down just a touch? We've been talking about video stores. I was talking with Kath about it during the week because, we're in a generation where there's Netflix and all these streaming services and sports fans. We've talked about this on the show before. It's exhausting, all the different ways that you have to pay and subscribe to find all of your different sports. And we just thought, can't we go back to the simpler time, Jimbo? The simpler time of Video Easy and Blockbuster and Atlantic Video.
Rock up on the Saturday or the Friday night even.
Friday night. I think Friday night was the video night.
Move.
Yeah. Or school holidays when you got 7 weeklies for $7. And we got talking about that, and you guys were over yesterday. And, we always talk about stuff like this. And I thought, let's save it for the show because I know that there's so many people that watch this show and listen to our show that are our demographic, and I just know they spent Friday nights at Blockbuster or Video Easy.
100%.
But what did you do? What was your video store routine, Jim?
I was definitely the Friday night, and I was definitely a fan of the weeklies because it was always in the deals where it's like, I want 5 things rather than just like the 1 or 2 new releases. 100%. So it was definitely looking for brevity over quality.
Oh, yeah. And you could also take a couple of risks in this. If it was the 7 for 7, for example, the 7 for 7, you could take a few risks.
Oh, definitely.
I reckon you go 2 bangers that you know.
Yeah.
As a kid, you rewatch stuff all
I
the
was
time.
going to say, you inevitably always have rewatches. There's a few videos that I'm like, we hide these constantly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And then you go to maybe 2 or 3 that look in your ballpark that you haven't seen.
Yep.
And you go 1 real out there risk, that you would never normally watch. And then you try and sneak in an MA with some nudity in
That's it. Yeah. You
and
look
see
at
if
the
mum
old,
notices.
Yeah, it was always the weekly's a fair game, like 2 each, go nuts, pick one pick one you're rewatching. But then it was always the 2 new releases you'd get. It's like the family decision. It's the one for mum and dad that's like almost on the edge of, oh, you boys won't be watching this. And then one for you boys that's like, all right, what do we all agree on?
Yeah, mum and dad have got American Beauty.
That's it, yeah. That's it. Oh, and Wayne Hollis is right. Yep, the arguments we had over the 1 new release that you could get with the 5 weeklies.
100%. Yeah, because it was often the whole bunch of weeklies and you throw in a new release.
That's what I remember.
Right?
It was like 5 weeklies and 1 new release. I feel like we did that a lot. So then it was like, oh, there's the one new release that's for the fam, and then 5 weeklies that's normally me and the brother just going ham on who gets what, having to agree on the 3rd central pick.
Did you unearth any gems? Because I remember I found Encino Man with Brendan Fraser.
Encino Man, that was the best.
That was a perfect school holiday movie when he's the caveman.
That was a classic.
Yeah.
As we've discussed, like I think the one I rehired the most was probably a movie called Blank Check.
You loved Blank Check.
Blank Check. It was basically just a movie for kids that was like, what would happen if a kid had $1 million?
I remember you always watching that movie.
I watched that constantly because I just fantasized about the go-kart track in the backyard.
Totally. Yeah, but also he would have blown his $1 million in that first week. Like
100%.
First day, mate.
$1 million went a lot further back then, apparently.
Yeah, it did. What, 97?
Yeah, early.
I still think he blew his budget. He blew his budget. When he had the water slides going in and out of his house, I'm like, dude, come on.
100%. Bag full of cash. But yeah, Blank Check. And there's the deep cut, I feel like me and my brother hired multiple times, and then me more often after we had done it like 3 or 4 times. There was a movie called, I don't know if you've ever seen this. I don't know if we talked about it. It's called Warriors of Virtue.
No.
You never
Warriors
saw this?
of
Warriors of Virtue. And the premise is
very intense.
Bonkers. I'm super curious if anyone in the chat's ever heard of this movie, but it was literally like 5 ninja kangaroos that a kid falls in a whirlpool and ends up in this like distant kangaroo ninja land, and he's helping him fight. I've got to pull up the actual.
That actually sounds sick.
The picture of this because that
actually sounds like a sick movie.
For back then, it was dope, but the premise seems weirder now as an adult.
Do you remember when we all went to my brother's house and watched the movie Rubber about the tire that came to life?
Yes,
that was a good night.
So this is Warriors of Virtue.
What is
5
this?
weird kangaroo ninja warrior things?
Show me their faces.
Can
They
I
look
blow this up?
disturbing.
Yeah, so I'd love to know the ranking on IMDb for this.
Yeah. You know, for a long time, the lowest ranked movie on IMDb was The Hottie or the Noddy with Paris Hilton. It was basically just making fun of ugly women. The whole movie. What are they?
But yeah, so these are the Kangaroo Ninjas.
That's a little sickening.
It's like an Australian. I don't know if it was Australian, but it's like an Australian knockoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. Or like a weird biker mice mashup.
Yeah, it's like biker mice from Mars, but with kangaroos.
Yeah, I don't actually like that. Seeing that, I like the premise more than the visuals.
As a kid, it lived up. As an adult, I don't think it's got the rewatch value as an adult.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not going near.
Yeah,
that.
I don't think I'm going near.
Let us know in the chat what movies you picked up or what were your go-to bangers, especially back in the
that's
school
where
holidays.
Wayne Hollis has chimed in with if we were well behaved, we could also get 2 weekly Sega Master System games.
Nice,
100%.
I'm glad he mentioned video games because were you a PC guy? Did you have a PC?
Definitely PC, but we were largely console when we were renting from the video store for sure.
Well, this is for the PC guys because what you used to be able to do back in the day, I know you would have tried it on a few things. Remember, you could patch things, so you could hire a game from the video store. So I would always, every holidays, hire the new FA Premier League Manager. I fell in love with FA Premier League Manager 2002. You install it. You have to return it the next day. Oh, no, I have to return it. I can't play it anymore. Good thing LimeWire has a patch that I can download, and it's the no CD patch.
Yeah, I forget.
You didn't need the CD. When I learned that and when it worked, I've never been... I have a great life. And I love my family, but I've never been happier
that was
than
the
when
happiest
I patched
moment.
FA Premier League Manager 2002. Holy crap. That unlocked a whole holidays of joy for me.
Game changing.
Game changing. Even to this day, I played that as a 12-year-old. I'm 35. I'm still trying to download like emulators to play that game. I miss it so much. That kickstarted something in me. But yeah, everyone was trying to patch stuff from LimeWire.
Yeah, and I remember my brother had way more focus when it came to games than I did because he'd hire like Final Fantasy VII and then just 24-hour it to get through it.
Yep.
Didn't have patience for that. I was more of a Tekken guy.
Yeah. 2-minute battle. All right, what's on TV?
Tekken, Mortal Kombat. Let's fight for a while. Let's keep on mashing. Get out of here.
Yeah, Tekken was good.
Tekken
I like Tekken. All right, let us know what movies you used to get into. But yeah, I wonder whether they'll ever make a comeback, video stores.
Yeah, or at least like a pop-up, like a fun, give it its glory again. Let this generation show the kids, this is how we used to do it.
Muscle Cat Magic.
Before decision fatigue set in.
That's right. Exactly. What do we got? Oh, yeah. I always need to say, subscribe if you haven't. Like if you haven't. We're on Apple and Spotify and all that sort of stuff. But let's get stuck into, considering Box of Neutrals is on board this week, let's start with Formula One. The big three. F1 spoilers. It's exciting. It's a brand new year. The gap seems smaller and smaller every year, Jimbo. I mean, it's only 2.5, 3 months off. We've already had all the testing. That was an interesting pre-season phase with regulation stuff. Some teams looking good, some teams looking awful.
Yep, a lot of just real ingenuity from some of these car manufacturers and engineers of how do we push the lines? I guess that's F1
That's F1.
How do you push the line?
Yeah. And we're about to find out what all these ducks and drakes meant in about a week's time.
Yeah.
Less than a week's time. 6 days. The race is in 6 days. But here are a couple of things that I want. Well, one thing in particular that I want gone this year, Jimbo. Can you bring up the pit strategy battle picture? Now, AWS, you're an AWS nerd. You're a tech guy. You love Amazon Web Services and all the data and insights they can provide to our life.
Sure.
But I'm telling you, Jimbo, all of these advanced analytics, and this goes for the NFL too with their next-gen stats and all this sort of stuff, there is a point where it becomes burdensome to have to wade through all of these stats they're constantly throwing at you, right?
Yep.
Especially when you bring this one up, and I'll show you what I mean. Especially when we look at something like this. Now, they've been doing this for a few years, and I hate this thing. This is the pit strategy battle. What it's showing there is Verstappen's in the pits, Hamilton is about to pit, and after their pit stops, what's going to happen? What will the gap be after their pit stops?
Yep.
Don't tell us that. It's one of the few mysteries in Formula One. In an era where there is far less passing than there used to be back in the glory days, we rely on pit stops going wrong or pit stop strategy for drivers to swap and for the game to change.
Yep.
I don't want to be told with 99% accuracy what's going to happen next lap. I want to watch it, not know, and then see for myself when the camera pans out and Verstappen's in the pits and Hamilton is coming around the final corner, or Leclerc or whoever is coming around the final corner. Will he get him? Won't he get him? The fact that they tell me a lap ahead what's going to happen completely ruins the surprise.
Yeah, and I think it's where F1 is the epitome of what happens when a sport comes down to the absolute like nth degree,
The thousandth, the 10,000th
thousandth
of
of
a
a second.
Yep.
And to that point, it gets so arguably, I don't know if I'm right here, but it gets so predictable at that point. Is like at that point, it's down to these are the only markers that matter beyond catastrophic things or something out of control that's faltered. But that's where it's we're at the epitome of where data and predictions can say like, hey, you're just telling us too much. Is this now no longer a game of what's going to happen, and it's more of a on the day you'll tell us before it happens, and we'll see the outcome of what you predicted.
Oh, look, Amazon was right again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you just keep us in suspense and pull back and let us see it unfold on the track, that's far more exciting.
Yeah.
And I always think back to the days where, so they got rid of refueling in 2010, right?
Yep.
They had a 15-year period where you were refueling in the pits, and they did it back in the old days as well. Unfortunately, a few guys caught fire, so that's why they stopped it.
Fair enough.
Small price to pay for entertainment, I thought, but whatever. What was great about when cars had to refuel is that they would all start on different fuel loads, right? So you'd have a team that we'd never know, right? These days, if it was refueling, they'd tell us exactly how much fuel they've got in their tank and when they need to pit and all this sort of stuff. But back in 1999, David Coulthard could have a full tank of fuel. Michael Schumacher could have a half tank, and Schumacher's flying, but is it because he has less fuel, or is he just racing well, or what's the strategy here? And that was the best mystery, because nobody outside of the teams knew when is he going to pit, why is he going quick, why is he going slow. It was the great unknown.
It feels like, to your point, a lot of the strategy happens prior to the day. Because
of course
it's in engineering.
Definitely.
It's like every aspect of the rules and the changes has taken away the strategy on game day.
But there are still changes with weather and driver performance, right? So they do adapt on the fly. I've got no problem with that. My point is, just don't tell us.
Yeah.
Don't tell us everything. Keep some suspense. Keep some surprise.
Yeah.
And it's with other sports as well. Like it's almost the video store point we were talking about. Like there's too much information for us to just enjoy something organically.
Yeah.
Now. Like some of my fondest memories of sports when I was younger, watching the footy, was I didn't know what was happening in all of the other games, right? I was watching the one game that was in my South Australian market that I was allowed to watch. There was a game later on delay, and then I'd have to watch the highlights show later that night. If you don't want to know the scores, look away now. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
These other games were these mysterious wonderlands.
Yeah. I think I'm even further than you, though, beyond just don't tell me the stats and show me things. Like, I think they've put too many parameters around it and let it go back to... Like I think
F1 as a race,
as a whole, I think beyond just it's now too predictive. I think it's because you've taken away too many elements. You've restricted the box so tightly that you've taken away so much that what's going to happen and who's going to do it best. And they nailed this side of the engineering, but over here, like nobody thought of this thing
because it's very hard to claw back a long gap.
Yeah.
It takes 3 or 4 years and basically a new regulation cycle to become competitive again, right? Yeah,
100%.
I like it. All right, I want to see that 6-wheel car coming back. That's what I want. I want F1 just to go mental again. Well, look, we're going there. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some leisure time watching it over there, but a lot of work time. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
Speaking of leisure, let's get the Jimbotron going.
That's
another week. Now, before we do, yes, go on.
Yeah, I was just saying before we do in the chat on some of the F1 talk. We had where was it? If we were all behaved. Oh no, wait, sorry, that was the.
That's Wayne talking about the video
store. The real DJT says, "Don't worry, Curt and Jim. This will be a quick war. We'll have sport better than it's ever been soon."
The real DJT. That's the real Donald J. Trump. Wait, say that quote again.
Don't worry, Curt and Jim. This will be a quick war. We'll have sport better than it's ever been.
This will be a quick war.
It'll be better than ever.
Sports will be better than ever.
Like you've never seen.
Donald Trump is in the chat. I was hoping he would arrive tonight. There we go. I mean, he's a busy man, so I appreciate that he's joined in.
And then we had, Scottish FM saying, I missed the refuel drama with the spontaneous fires in the pit.
Yep.
That's it. And then Wayne Horst said, I'd rather see Ted Kravitz do the pit lane overtakes on a whiteboard similar to Larko in the V8.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes he's right. Sometimes he's wrong. We don't know until it happens.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly right. I love it. And whilst we're on Bathurst, Wayne, and other supercars fans, let's bring back... So they used to be able to pair the main driver with another main driver. So there's 2 cars in each Bathurst team, basically.
Yep.
They used to be able to take the lead driver from their 2 cars during the regular season and put them in one car and make it like a mega pairing. And then they put the 2 dud co-drivers in the other car.
Yep.
Now they have to have a main driver with a dud co-driver or a lesser ranked co-driver. I want to see the big pairings of like Scaife and Lowndes and all those big boys back again.
Yep.
Let's just open it up. More strategy, more thinking, more
100%.
freedom.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
John would be on board. More freedom. That's what we want.
That's it.
All right.
We do have a call in.
Oh,
We got Liam on the line.
Liam, all the way from Scotland. There we go. First call of the night. Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm not too bad yourself.
Very well, very well. Is it a dark and gloomy day in Scotland, or is it a beautiful sunny one?
Oh, it's absolutely raining cats and dogs here.
Is it? Okay. Well, we've had some rain here, but we've been begging for it, so maybe it's different. What are you calling about, man? What's going on?
Talking Scottish football
Of course,
today.
it's getting more interesting,
thanks.
right? Hearts are still. I mean, they can still do this. They're still on top.
They're still on top, but I'm more interested in the battle for second right now,
Why is that?
to be honest with you. Because it was Old Firm Day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Rangers were 2-0 up at half time. Celtic came back to make it 2-2. Which, if you look at the Scottish table, it has got 2 seconds. I'll get it up on my phone. That means now Rangers are sitting second on 57 points, while Motherwell in fourth with a game in hand are on 53 points.
Okay, so they're closing.
Yeah, so they're closing down. So this could be the first time since 64-65 you could have a 1-2 finish without Rangers or Celtic in it.
So not only could
So
this be the
real
first
history could be
time
happening.
the first time in 40 years that one of Rangers or
That's
Celtic
it.
don't win it, they may not finish in the
Yeah.
top 2, and that's what? How long? Since the 50s.
1964, so 62 year.
Wowzers. Is it going to happen? Are you? I mean, you're a Hearts man. Are you still confident?
Oh, after the performance on Saturday, I'm definitely confident now. But the big problem we've got is after the split, we've still got to face Motherwell away, who has only lost 1 game at home all season. And we've also got to face Celtic away again, and then we have to face Rangers at Tynecastle. We also have to face Hibs away as well. So
4 tough teams. Well, look, if you're going to win the title in the first one in many, many years, you're going to have to beat the best. But that's huge. What's the atmosphere at Tynecastle like at the moment? Is it nervous or is it just going off every week?
oh, it's going off every week now, especially after the last 2 weeks, because not this weekend, but the weekend before, Rangers Rangers were losing 2-0 to Livingston.
Yep.
And Livingston went and fell asleep, and Rangers came back, and Hibs done Hearts a massive favour by beating Celtic. So
Nice. All right. Well, look, next time you're at Tynecastle and things go dramatically, we want another video and we'll play it on the show. But Liam, love that you call in all the way from Scotland, mate. We're all on board Hearts on this show. You know that. So let's hope they get it done.
and one more thing about English football as well.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but Spurs are going down.
Oh, no, well, you've just foreshadowed the second point of the night. I was going to ask you, but I didn't
Exactly.
really want to. I think they might go down, man. I think you're right. This is a disaster. It's an utter disaster, and I've got my theory on why. So you've segued me perfectly. I'll say goodbye to you, and we'll get into it, and then we'll do the Jimbotron. Good on you, Liam. Good to see you, mate.
Catch you later.
All right, that's a perfect segue, Jim. Let's do the Jimbotron in a sec. But Tottenham Hotspur. Now, they are a mere 2 or 3 points from relegation, and this they've never been relegated in the Premier League era. In fact, they like to position themselves as one of the top 6 clubs. You know, there was the Big 4, now there's the Big 6. Well, they won the Europa League last year. We know that. They sacked Ange. They finished 17th in the league, and now they're 17th. But the difference is last year they were a good 10, 12, 15 points clear of going down. Now they are seriously, after losing again on the weekend, this time to Fulham, they're a serious threat. So there's only a couple of months left in the season, and I can't explain the economic impact on this club if they go down.
Yeah.
From being a club that was competing in Europe, only 6 or 7 years ago, they were in a Champions League final, the best of the best in Europe, lost it to Liverpool, and since then it's been a disaster. Now, I have a theory on sports stability, basically stability at franchises and sporting clubs. And that is that the teams who chop and change constantly with these owners who are impatient or boards that are impatient, they never see sustained success. And it is so clear in so many places, especially in football, right? But I want to run through Tottenham's incompetence and their managers from the last 7 years, right? So they had a guy called Mauricio Pochettino, who I loved. He was the guy that took them to the Champions League final. Didn't work out. He gets sacked in 2019. And then PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, a bigger club than Tottenham, hire him and he wins the league with them the next year, right? So that's the first of the errors from Tottenham. Then we get Jose Mourinho, one of the best managers in the history of the world, right? Never thought I'd see him at Tottenham, but he was there in 2021. He got fired. They were in 7th then. We would dream of being 7th. But they fired Mourinho in 7th. Not only in 7th, but days before the League Cup final. He got them to the League Cup final and they didn't let him manage that game. They sacked him before that. And of course, they went on to lose that final after they sacked him. So that was Mourinho gone. Nuno Espirito Santo, he lasted less than 4 months. He was in 9th. Again, we'd beg to be 9th right now. 17th, getting relegated in a second. They sacked him. Antonio Conte, mutual consent, got rid of him when they were in 4th position. 4th position, Jimbo.
Jeepers.
And Postecoglou, the Australian boy, man, legend, won the Europa League, sacked 2 weeks later. 3 months before the owner, Daniel Levy, leaves. Then we've had Thomas Frank, who's a debacle where he got sacked. Now we've got Igor Tudor, who, I mean, his record at Juventus, it was terrible. His record pretty much everywhere he's gone has been terrible. The only thing he won was a Croatian FA Cup 12 years ago. And now they've gotten rid of other managers to bring Tudor into the building. And surprise, surprise, haven't won a thing yet. He's been awful. And
Don't worry, he'll get fired fast.
well, true. True. Give it 3
Nobody
weeks.
lasts long, good or bad.
Point being, look, you look at sporting franchises that are successful and it takes time. You look at Bill Belichick, right?
Yep.
It takes time. He served an apprenticeship. It took time for him for things to work at the Patriots. It took time for Sir Alex Ferguson. They could have, if Sir Alex Ferguson was managing Man United today in those first 4 or 5 seasons, they would have flicked him in the second season. But they stuck with him and he's the best of all time, the greatest of all time. There's no patience. Absolutely no patience. And a team like Tottenham, it is typical of someone or a franchise that thinks that they are better than what they are. They're constantly blaming the manager, looking for change. No, we're Tottenham. We should be up here. No, you shouldn't. You're incompetent, and it shows.
But especially when he gets you to the cup and you bail on him a day or two before the cup.
It was
That's crazy.
It was ridiculous. I mean, it's the minor cup, it's the league cup, but still, like for a team that's so desperate for silverware. So they did that to Mourinho. And then, of course, Postecoglou comes and says, I promise you I'll get I'll get some trophies in my second year. He did, got a very big trophy for Tottenham, and then they still sacked him. And then the owner who sacked him 3 months later, he leaves. So what was the point of that?
Well, they sacked him for sacking the other guy because it was a bad call.
He was the owner. He chose to go. Oh, disaster. Just disastrous stuff. So look, this is, I mean, in a World Cup year, this will be one of the top 5 stories in world sport if Tottenham go down. It's that big. It's that big. They've put hundreds of millions into their new stadium, 7 or 8 years ago. Like, this is a huge, it's an economic crisis if Tottenham get relegated.
And then, well, the question would be how long it takes them to get back.
Well, you're right. There's no guarantee.
No, not with the way they're going.
We assume there's a guarantee, but
the pressure of relegating will make them make better managerial decisions.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Is it just going to continue to decline even in relegation?
Yeah, we're not going to get anyone better in the door, are we?
They're not going to turn around after relegation and make the right calls.
It's maybe a sick thing to say as a fan of a team. I don't want it, obviously. I obviously don't want Spurs to go down. But it would be a pretty hard reset of a few things. And it would maybe shake things up for the better. And I mean, surely we can't not win the championship. If you go down to the championship, surely Tottenham win that. Imagine that. Imagine we just get stuck as a mid-table tier 2 team forever.
As somebody that's not an avid follower of the sport like yourself, it sounds very plausible based on their trajectory.
Yeah. It
like
does
to be relegated and then struggle to get out.
And it happens a lot. It does happen a lot. Anyway, let's get on the Jimbotron. Happier things. Let's get on the happier things. I want you, Jimbo, before you get into your videos. And by the way, we do have a video submission thing now. It's normally on the link of our stories, so you can click in there or you can send me a DM if you want access to it as well, because we do want your videos. We want your videos to be on the Jimbotron, but bring up the new and improved Jimbotron. Last week was pink and in Comic Sans. This week looks a little cooler, I reckon.
What video do you want me to pull up?
Oh, yes. Pull up the one from last week because I do have an issue with the video you showed. I think it was your first ever video on the Jimbotron.
Oh, getting called out already.
Yeah. I was going to start a new segment called Kurt's Gripes this week, but I ran out of time for a title card.
Kurt's Gripes.
All right. This is the video from last week on the new and improved Jimbotron. All right. There it is now. Yeah, keep it rolling. Can you go back to the start, actually? Can you go back to the start or just have to roll through?
That practically was the start.
Okay, when it gets to the very... Stop.
Mm.
Can you see it there? Actually, keep going about a second more. Keep going. There is something I'm going to show you here. Keep going. All right. Look at the arms and the hands and the phone. Anything look a little weird there, Jimbo? Anything look a little weird? Like the arm is sort of coming out of the other arm?
Yeah.
And
I'm not going to lie. I clocked the license plate before the kids are like, that screams AI wording.
What about the
fumbles.
What about the wording that says the.world AI created by the world AI?
I mean, it is literally the world AI.
Did you know this was AI before you showed it?
Absolutely.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, well, that's a better answer because if you had deliberately shown an AI video trying to make me laugh, I mean, look, either way, it's a cock up, Jimbo.
That's it.
We got to
wear it.
We don't like to show AI videos. We didn't mean to.
That's it.
But the very first video on the Jimbotron was a mistaken AI video. So scrap it from the record. We didn't laugh at it.
Redemption.
It's gone. Now.
We got to get out of the fear of relegation.
That's right. We're Tottenham. We're the Tottenham of the Jimbotron. What are you showing us now, Jimbo?
I'm not gonna lie, I've got immense pressure now, so I'm racking my list to say what is a strong start here because you've got me.
Well, whilst you think, I'm going to go through the stats for tonight because I always put up some stats on the Jimbotron. Microphones, Jimbo's got one. I've actually got two. So there you go. Is that one on? No, that one's muted. But I do have. Hello, is that on now? I do have two microphones.
Go.
Is this going to come back with immense feedback now? No. Okay, not worth it. Joke on.
So you only have one.
I have one that works. Phones, what aren't cracked? You've got a phone, what isn't cracked? I do not have a phone, what isn't cracked? You got two legs. I got three.
Nice.
Get the joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. And then I just beat you on the max bench by a kilo there. All right, what have we got, Jimbo? This is your first one of the night.
All right. Well, I thought I'd venture into the digital world of sports. And this is...
AI? Oh, boy. Look at these athletes.
Not going to lie, the production value pretty strong for the Excel World Championships.
Pretty good. Now, I do have another question.
Oh, you've got me scanning for AI now, but yep, go on.
That song sounded AI-ish.
Maybe. But I believe
was
this
that
is
the song that was played at the events?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Oh, well, it's not on you then.
Yeah.
That is good production. You know what? That's been going for quite a few years. I remember seeing it on the Ocho like 8 years ago.
100%. It's definitely a thing. And I mean, you can't knock their production value.
It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Maybe we should enter the show like that down a tunnel.
That's it.
Like a put lights in the garage.
I remember watching some of it ages ago. I don't know if it was specifically the World Championships or if it was just some dude. Like, it was in a competition thing, but like so much of it is about like, here's a spreadsheet. You've got to move all these colored columns in a certain pattern. Like, it's the dumbest, useless. It's like the most useless spreadsheet skills.
And it's not particularly riveting to watch. I mean, they've done their best. The intros are good.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't have high hopes for it being riveting to watch.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I'll give it a go. And you watch it for a minute and 20 seconds and then never again.
That's it.
All right. Not bad, Jimbo. What else we got?
All right. Continuing. I mean, this is no knock on the sport, but I thought I came across this video of wheelchair table tennis. I believe it was in the Paris Olympics.
Careful, Jimbo.
But it looks like the goal of wheelchair Olympics is literally just hit it where you can't reach.
Oh, you're right.
So it's literally a... this dude's giving us...
Oh, he's not happy with that.
But it's literally, watch this. It's just, yep, can't reach that one. All right, good on you.
That is a severe limitation on the sport.
I think that's literally just the goal is like, who can master the skill of you can't reach that?
You're right. There aren't many rallies going on, are there?
No, it's literally I've mastered the skill of, yep, you can't get to this.
That is a new twist on the sport. You're right.
It's literally just, you've nailed the serve of just, yep, you're not returning this.
Well, those ace stats must be very high. Very high. Yeah, Ju Young Dae did not look happy with
That's
his
it.
rival's antics there. I wonder if there's like, you know, in tennis, how when you hit a winner and it nicks the net and it just falls over and they apologize. They say, "Oh, you know, so-" I wonder if there's a limit on the sportsmanship of how many of those shots you're allowed to do. You know,
Yeah,
little cheeky
surely.
boys. Like, is that every point or is that?
I mean, at least from these highlights, I mean, if they can get away with it, I think that's the goal.
All right.
But we had Wayne Holler saying for the Excel Championships, almost better production value than Australian cornhole. Not quite, but almost.
almost, Wayne. Let us know when you're competing, by the way. We want scores.
And then just continuing wacky sports, it just turns out they'll make a game adaptation with frisbee for everything. So it's frisbee tennis,
Oh my gosh.
which looks like the dumbest adaptation of frisbee. But is it just,
Look at these dogs.
are we just going to make frisbee games for everything? There's frisbee golf, frisbee essentially soccer, or whatever ultimate frisbee is taken. But it's just
Look how
frisbee tennis.
look how cool Beanie thinks he is. Look at
This
him when he
just-
does little flicks.
Does
Look
this
at
not
him.
just look like a game of
What
frisbee?
was that? What was that extra tripwire on the
Yeah, there's
top?
like I think there's like this little like double nets. There's like this hole you can go through.
See, that's bad sportsmanship. He should have, when he hit the net with the frisbee and it went over, he should have apologized. He should have
sorry.
done the tennis thing.
Yeah.
I knew that
But
guy's, he's like the Kyrgios of frisbee tennis.
This just
that
looks
guy.
like a game of catch with frisbee. Like you're just playing frisbee. You're just not aiming it at the guy you're trying to play with.
That is one of the lamer ones I've seen. Have you ever seen people playing Quidditch in the wild?
Yeah, that's sad. It's like hobby horse,
Yeah.
really.
What's your
Ultimately.
decision? Are you watching? We're ragging on your favorite sport, hobby horse. He's the guy that kept getting us to try and watch
I thought you
hobby
were going to
horse.
say he plays Quidditch. I'm like,
Oh no!
sorry,
my,
man.
my shoe just fell off. I didn't mean for that to happen. It's all falling apart here at Musclecat Studios.
Oh,
We've spoken about cockpar before, haven't we? The one,
not on air.
that's,
Cock part.
yeah, that's late night with hot dogs sort of
Hey.
content. No, it's I think that's the name of it. It's the one where Middle Eastern villages, it was like have a team in each village. This is how it originated, and you have to try and get the dead goat from your village to the other village and put it in the barrel.
Yeah, and they like kick it along the road or
Well,
something.
they're on horses and they're like dragging this dead goat along to try and get it in the barrel of the other village.
And when they do, they yell cock part.
I guess so. As its head falls off from being dragged 13 miles along a dirt road.
And is this in an hour time span, or is this
No,
like
I think it's like
days
weeks. I think
affairs?
it's weeks,
So
yeah.
it's like a rotting dead corpse by the time.
Pretty much. I may have my sports mixed up there, my Middle Eastern goat-related sports.
Wow.
Oh, that's another thing I meant to bring up with you. Why are you eating so much goat?
I love goat. Goat's awesome.
What dude is just
I'm
eating
getting all the.
goat? What Australian man is eating as much goat as you?
Well,
That's
for
what I wanna
cock part, they only need the head, so I take the rest.
know. That's right.
No, goat is. I feel like goat's the sleeper meat of Western society.
How much goat you eating?
Oh, I'd get a good 2 kilos a week,
2 kilos a week.
maybe every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Holy moly. That's like most of your meat diet.
Yeah, a tray is like 1.8 kilos, I think. But
Where are you getting a tray of goat from?
that's bone in.
Right.
So
Where,
it's
where are you getting this goat meat?
Drake sell it.
Drake sells goat.
But then there's like Salem, like Middle Eastern markets as well.
You're on my radar, mate.
I'm telling you,
It's
goat,
a weird thing to do, to be eating that
highly
much goat.
nutritious.
Anyone else
meat.
eat goat ever outside of going to like a great Indian or Middle Eastern restaurant?
Get in the chat if you're a goat fan.
Yeah. More importantly, get in the
And-
chat if it's weird that Jimbo's eating that much goat. I don't like that.
I mean, would people mistake me for Middle Eastern after having said that?
What do you mean?
Given the beard, would people be like, "Oh, he's Middle Eastern. That's normal."
Oh, yeah. You're
Do you think
Moroccan
I'd-
like me.
Yeah.
Remember?
Do you think somebody not knowing, would they look at me and say, "Oh, he eats goat. He must be Middle Eastern"?
That's still is one main attribute. Well, I guess I now look at you through a different lens, yeah.
Yeah, the beard can maybe.
Okay. Keep my eye on you, Jimbo. That's goat.
What's your
behaviour is
obscure
weird.
meat of the week?
That's again for the uncut show. Let's get on to something very obscure. Oh wait, no, there's more Jimbotron. Let's come back to Jimbotron
Yeah,
later.
that's right.
But let's talk Jim Carrey first.
Mm.
What's going on there? I'm not a conspiracy dude,
Yep.
but I saw this and got very suspicious. So the honorary Caesar Award or César Award
Yeah.
or whatever it is, it's in France. It's basically their big film awards night. Whatever. Jim Carrey won something for something. No one actually cares about that.
I mean, and historically, he doesn't either, given his previous speeches, but go on.
Exactly. Now, fire up the Jimbotron,
Yep.
Jimbo, because...
Do you want yours or mine?
What do you mean?
The
Start with your
general
video.
one?
Yeah, let's have a
Yeah.
look at what you've got. Because if you haven't seen this Jim Carrey story, it is very bizarre. There is a theory that this was not actually Jim Carrey at the awards night. Now, the reason this theory has come about with such veracity is because he has been very outspoken in the last 7-8 years about the evils of Hollywood, really. So not only has he said it leaves you feeling empty,
Yep.
not content, awards mean nothing, and he got up and gave a mocking but very clever speech about that
Yep.
a couple of years ago, last year maybe?
Yep.
You know, I'm 2-time Golden Globe winner.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jim Carrey, but I'll finally make it when I've got 3.
Then I'll be enough.
Then I'll be enough. Yeah, and that was actually a great speech. For a guy who's been up and down mentally for a while, he nailed that one.
That's it.
He's also spoken out about the Illuminati very seriously, not joking. And remember the Jimmy Kimmel
that
episode?
Kimmel thing,
Yeah, when he was saying, come on, Jimmy, don't pretend you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Jimmy Kimmel doesn't know what this is. David Letterman doesn't know what this is. And he went on a big rant, which people laughed at the time. And now people are looking back going, okay. He also talked about child trafficking in Hollywood.
Yeah,
And was very serious about
it being exposed?
2018. And now with the whole Epstein stuff.
Who's that?
Don't know. I just hear this name. I think it's trendy to mention it.
Yep.
Now with all this stuff, and you put this all together and you think, okay, Jim Carrey has been very anti-awards, very anti-Hollywood. And then he comes and puts on this show, which was very, very strange. So let's see what yours dishes up, Jim. I mean, straight away.
It's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's, then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead. And I made mistakes and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love and I felt a lot of appreciation
They aren't Jim Carrey's eyes. That's not Jim Carrey's voice. That is not his attitude towards Hollywood, Jimbo. I don't normally buy into this stuff, but I have seen 23 videos on this, and every time I see it, I can't get away from the fact that I'm not 100% sure that that's Jim Carrey. Am I nuts for keeping the door open ever so slightly on this one? Well, because you saw a Jim Carrey video, and I did the same thing. You saw a video before any of the conspiracy stuff, and we both independently looked at it and thought, that's really weird. That doesn't seem like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it seems odd. Yep. I'm not going to lie, though. After you gave that monologue of all of his past, I'm like, is this... I've now watched that with it. Is this now just another clever speech of just yucking up?
Is he mocking Hollywood again?
Yeah, there is a part of me that says, after that lead up, I'm like, is this actually just a big mock?
Well, the other thing is, I also thought he was against plastic surgery, right? Because he's always been against that vanity, and his career depends on his face being moldable and pliable. Why would he then get massive Botox and fillers? I don't understand it.
True, he does look a bit filled up.
Yeah. But it's not just the fillers, it's the eyes, it's the hair. I mean, he was only on Colbert a few weeks ago and his hair was significantly shorter. I know they pre-record things, but still, the times don't seem to match up, Jimbo. Anyway, there's something really weird going on here. There is a guy who claimed it. Look up Alexis Stone. Alexis Stone's Instagram. See if you can grab that. It'll be the most recent post on there, I would say. So Alexis Stone is a famous internet makeup artist who is known for some pretty radical transformations. And this guy, has claimed today, if you got their Instagram page, where is it? Go to, is there a Jim Carrey one on there or has it disappeared?
No, it's there.
Is there? Yeah, click on that.
Oh, sorry, you're in the Jimbotron.
Oh, yeah.
So turn off the Jimbotron so you can see better.
So that's a picture of Jim Carrey there, and the caption is Alexis Stone as Jim Carrey in Paris. Now, what Alexis is hinting at there is that this was an elaborate ruse and it wasn't Jim Carrey, but his makeup and prosthetics he went as Jim Carrey and it was a whole big ruse. Keep clicking across. Next picture within that post. No,
Oh,
not her. I'm sick of seeing her face. Yeah, keep going. And he's got the prosthetics there, the teeth, the head, the hair, everything. Now, I'm not sure I believe that, but this is also gaining some traction that either Alexis Stone went as fake Jim Carrey or someone else did.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is going on. I'm thoroughly confused, and I'm a little worried for Jim Carrey's, if not his safety, then his sanity.
Yeah. That's odd.
Was it Jim Carrey?
I don't know. Well, Hans has chimed in with a, well, no, Curtis. It's come out about since all the evidence has come out about elites cloning celebrities. Jim Carrey is also left-handed. This one signed autographs with right hand.
Yes, I have heard that theory as well. Okay. I've heard it. Hans, mate, we're on the same side here, dude. I'm not saying it was Jim Carrey at that award show. I don't think it was. Well, do I think it was? I don't know. I sound like a crazy man, but this is the first one that has actually got me a little dubious. A little dubious. Left hand, right hand. It was all wrong. That wasn't his voice. Weren't his eyes.
Yeah, sure. Well, surely this would be the interesting thing. Surely he'll circle around in interviews and other appearances. And
oh yeah, I'm sure he will circle around. This is the thing. Now that we've started the rot, we can't believe anything.
Yeah.
That's how these things gain legs. Anyway, I knew Hans would chime in on that. That was he was the only guy that we made that for.
That's it.
All right, I've got a couple of things for the Jimbotron. Why don't you pull up Kathy's parking video? Did that one come up all right, or?
It might be sideways, but hopefully it's viewable.
Yeah, just put it up side. Maybe not on the Jimbotron. Here we go. Now look at the precision with which she made this park. That is the door clearance to the neighboring car's mirror. Look at that gap.
That is.
That's my wife breathing a sigh of relief.
That is damn near perfect.
I thought that was worth it.
Hats off.
Yeah, that was 2 millimeters, Jimbo. And
that is impressive.
If you're listening on audio, I mean, you're missing a lot on the Jimbo.
I mean, it looks like from one angle at first, like, no, that's like just scraping through.
Yeah.
And then
nope. There was clearance there.
There's a sliver there.
There's definitely a sliver. I sent you an Instagram link as well for the Jimbotron. Maybe pop that one up. This is the Jimbo video through and through. This one. A lot going on at the moment. Yeah, we'll get to that one later. All right, get that Jimbotron back up, Jimbo. I wonder how many times we've said Jimbotron in this episode. I feel like I said it about 40 times. Need audio.
Need the Jimbotron too.
Go on, Jimbo. What happened to the Jimbotron? There we go. All right, here we go.
Congratulations, you've played Flavio 3 times and you've had success with him all 3 times. Why is it that you have had such success against Sebastian?
He's a good-looking guy, so you know.
I do like that.
There's no coming back from that.
No, not at all. That's a good one. What else have we got? Oh, bring up the Michael picture. My brother sent me this. So stupid. Real estate agent. This is his name.
Michael Buns.
Imagine going through life and your name is Mr. Buns. You get to say, yeah, ask Michael Buns, really?
I was thinking more you meet someone, they call me Mr. Buns. They call me Buns.
Buns, Michael Buns.
Mr. Buns. Michael Buns.
And then go to the Outback QB one. This one's just a brag. So for a day this week, and it's probably due to episode timing, whatever, I don't care. Doss, my co-host, showed me that we were above the Pat McAfee show. The Outback Quarterback NFL pod, 2 weeks post Super Bowl, was above Pat McAfee.
Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a single ranking.
That's
Winning's
right.
winning.
Doesn't matter if you're making infinitely less money than Pat is. We'll always have this. We'll always have that random Wednesday in February where we were 1 spot above and climbed 196 spots in a day.
I did DM him and say, if you need some tips on production, you can reach out.
Do you know the amazing thing is that as soon as Doss refreshed it to try and get a proper screenshot, we'd gone below McAfee. It lasted about 6 seconds.
Short-lived.
But hey, that's there.
We've got the screenshot.
Oh, very good. Very good. Do you have anything else? Any other?
Wait, no, I said Hawley's jokes are gaining traction.
Oh.
That's what's pushing up the ranks.
That's right.
It's Hawley's jokes.
That's right.
Definitely wasn't mine from last week.
Yeah, true. You stepped in. Now we've got one more episode without Hawley,
All
but
right.
he's currently winging his way back. I think he's gone from
Winging his way back.
winging his way back. Yeah, flying.
Oh, okay.
What do you think that
I
meant?
don't know. I thought you meant like
Hitchhiking.
he's like figuring it out. He's trying to wing it.
Well, yeah, it's Hawley.
He's winging it.
I don't think
He's
he doesn't
somewhere
really
in the
plan
Swiss
flights.
Alps trying to find a way home.
No, he went. I'm not sure. You went around for his last American trip. He went over to the States and had this whole holiday and was going to like 5 or 6 games, but didn't have any tickets for any game until about 12 hours before. Every time he'd just wait and leave it, which I'm not even that organized, but that drove me mental. The fans, 95% of our listeners hated it and said, just buy the damn
Jesus.
tickets, Ollie. What are you doing?
But he still made it to all the things.
Yeah, he somehow got in.
It always works out.
Yeah, well, he's confident. No, he's going from London to San Fran, so 11 hours, and then San Fran to, I think, Melbourne, and then Melbourne to Adelaide. It's a
wow.
big old transit.
There's a few legs on that trip back.
Phew, little luck our Thursday morning coming up.
Yeah. Wow.
45 minutes to
That's it.
Melbourne.
No, we're going Sydney, then Melbourne, then.
Well, yeah, that's how we saved $17. Anything else for the Jimbotron tonight, Jimbo?
I just thought I'd close out. Looks like the ATX Open in Austin, Texas, they've solved the issue of player privacy. So obviously, we talked about Coco Gauff a few weeks back, where she
Nailed it. Nailed it.
There you go, Guida.
Guida.
Oh,
No, you got cocky.
I wish that was intentional. But yeah, she obviously had the infamous tried to go into the locker room and have a peaceful moment where she smashed her racket out.
Yep.
Happened a few times. Obviously, Sabalenka, I think, was 2023, had the same issue.
Yep.
But yeah, Austin's come out and said, "Oh, look, we've solved the problem." So in the ATX Open, they've created a rage room for players.
Right.
So for private
Equipped
venting.
with cameras.
So rather than solving the solution of like, hey, just give us a space where we're not putting cameras, they've dubbed it the rage room for you to vent and break some rackets.
Yes, so
Like-
nobody knows you're angry. Just make your way to the rage
Just
room,
make-
please. Make your way to the rage room. We promise
That's
we
where-
won't know.
That's where Coco Gauff's walking in all raged up, goes to smash racket halfway through. Close the door. I just love that they couldn't be like, hey, we've created a dedicated room for a safe space for you to not be filmed. They've lent in and said, oh, just go rage about in there and slam some rackets.
It's like that scene in Get Smart when Steve Carell thinks that noise.
There's a cone of silence.
Yeah, the cone of silence
yeah.
is on him when he's screaming and carrying on. Yeah, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's just the dumbest way to have pitched it. They've
Just
just
switch off the cameras in the hallway.
yeah, don't call it a rage room and just don't film them in every area that's private.
Have you ever done those rage room things where you go pay
No,
20
like
bucks
break
and you can-
stuff and
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't for some reason appeal to me as a man.
Muscle Cat Christmas party.
As a man with a lot of rage.
If and when things go wrong for this business, we can go to the rage room. When I was selling or doing up. Remember my Beamer, the old Beamer 318?
Oh yeah.
Very, very loud and
Yep.
ostentatious.
What
vehicle.
year was that? 95?
No,
No, that was
car,
like an 80
it was an
something.
86.
Wow.
Yeah, bought it for $850. It was a wreck. It was in a field in a farm not far from us, and it was literally a 3-minute drive to our house. And Dad said to the guy that we were buying it from, "Do you want to just follow us home and just drive it, and then we'll take you back?" And he goes, "Nah, man, I'm not touching that thing."
Sold.
That's right. Unfortunately, we'd already shaken. But so when we were doing that up and getting rid of the old panels, the bonnet and the
Yeah.
fenders and all that sort of stuff, Dad laid it out on the grass and then came and said, "Boys, come out here, pick your weapon of choice and go nuts." So all the old panels, like, windshields and
Yeah,
wings
okay.
and everything, it was just on the grass.
Because they
And
were
we had-
intentionally going to be stuff you're just buying new or getting new
Yeah, we'd
panels
already
for.
got replacement, and these things were
okay.
like rusted and crap.
Nice.
So he gave us axes and
Yeah.
like sledgehammers,
Go
and we
ham.
just went crazy, and it was the greatest afternoon ever. Yeah. So
Go.
Dad invented rage rooms before
I was saying
rage rooms.
rooms before the rage rooms.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
it.
He didn't appreciate it when I took an axe to his car bonnet while it was still attached to the car, but he taught me. He taught me those habits. That's a good one, Jimbo.
Yeah, so loop closed on the old rage room. Saves the day.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
That's where Wayne Holler said there'll be more rage room breaks than Novak Djokovic injury timeouts.
Yeah, well, it could be a tactic now.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to use it during the game?
I'm assuming it's only post game.
Must be.
I don't think they can walk off and use it. Although that would be fun. Well, no, it wouldn't because you're not able to see him.
That's true. You could just hear some muffled screams.
Everyone on the court's dead silent. You just hear,
I hate this guy. All right, we've covered Jimbo eating goat. We've covered Michael Buns. We did Kathy's parking spot. I guess we need to mention the T20 World Cup, which will be over by the time we have our next shoe, our next really big shoe.
A really big shoe.
So what have we got? South Africa and New Zealand. South Africa haven't lost yet. They play New Zealand in the semi. India and England play in the semi, the other one as well. India beat West Indies in a thriller. I mean, let's face it, Australia's lost interest since we got bundled out at the hands of a Zimbabwe loss, but that's where that's at. Another thing I was going to talk about tonight, didn't quite make the cut for the big three, is the length of these cricket tournaments. Like, it feels like it's been going on for 8 weeks, and the momentum, it really fizzes out. And this is shorter than the old one-day international cup, which went for like literally 7 weeks. But even still, feels long.
Well,
Doesn't feel like there's
never
enough
been
to...
known as a quick game, has it?
No. True.
I know what you mean.
Oh, my camera's just gone. Is it overheated?
That may be the overheating.
Oh, it's the Elgato, no signal. All right, well,
That's
might
my
be...
show now. My time to shine.
Right, well, I was wrapping up anyway, but I'm going to come around here with Jimbo.
Behind the scenes.
Hey, there we go. Now, was that the camera's fault or was that the Elgato?
No, I'm 90% sure we did have that running to test new stuff. It's been on for a good almost 3 hours. I think it's literally overheated.
All right, well, that's a good way to end it. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, if you haven't hit like, please do. And we'll see you all next Monday.